Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Wednesday, it's post-DLC. Is your game working? Is it? I don't know, I'm recording this on Sunday. Speaking of which, Monday's original video, do you remember Monday and I wanted to do a particular map and it wouldn't work because it was actually a post-DLC map that they'd received the DLC earlier? You know where I'm coming from. Just let you know, although it's still Sunday and it's now old news for you, Esley did update the Steam Workshop page to inform people that the map wouldn't work until the DLC had hit. So anyway, thank you very much, Esley, for that, even though it's a bit late me telling you because it's now Wednesday. For you, of course. Anyway, let's do some poking. It's time for your daily reminder. You know what to do. Yes, please, hitting that like button really does help support the channel. Thank you so much for everything, for being behind me and in front of me and every side of me and on top of me as well. Ooch. Today's map is Peninsula by DV Acid. Now, this is a very nice little map, considering it is mostly vanilla. That's right. There's your start square right there, like that, with all those fields. Field painting, of course, as you'll soon be able to tell from this little picture. Yes, all those fields are painted in. So it takes away from the realism, but it does look nice, doesn't it? I've got to say that. That's the Steam Workshop. Nothing to subscribe to. We will be using the realistic v1.2 LUT, but also it's a tropical theme. It is actually a custom theme. So I'll talk about that in a moment. Sorry. Let's go back and have a quick look at this immediate intersection, which is one of these. I think this was, I can't remember what this one's called. I was using this one, I think, in my new map build, but it's a little bit jinky janky in places and a little bit wobbly with these roads, these highways, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, considering. And this is off in the fog, so we can kind of ignore it a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of jinky janky just coming off of that bridge there. Yes, we've got these long highway ramps, the feeder roads, for want of a better phrase, and look how long they are. Just over half a kilometre. Do they need to be that long? Do they? Yeah, possibly. Anyway, so as we come off of this little jinky janky going on there, and the roads are pretty good, just a little bit wobbly when we're approaching in the intersections, just a little bit. And we cut up along the coast. Now this road there's only one highway connection. It connects where you've already seen, and this goes around the exterior of, it's a peninsula, not an island. So those people go, don't like island maps. Well, just because it's got like water on the outside does not mean it's an island. I mean, I live in the UK. Technically we're an island, but you could say the same about Africa, because well, you've got the Suez Canal. Yeah, this is Suez Canal, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, technically speaking, Africa is an island. Asia, you can walk around the coastline all the way. In fact, if you include Africa as well, you can walk all the way around. It's a big island. So anyway, now this is a peninsula. It does connect to it. Oh, hang on, we've got a bit of glitchy terrain between these two highways there. Just a little bit of zigzag there. Easily fixed or easily left if you don't give a monkeys. It's quite nice. Anyway, I was also saying anyway about the theme. There is a custom theme for this map that automatically, oh look, we've got two what are they called, manhole covers right next to each other there. Oh, well done, random things. Yes, so yes, it's not strictly vanilla, even though it's supposedly strictly vanilla. And now we're coming down to the start square intersection. It's majestic. We've got a bit of a wobbly road going up to the side. A little bit jinky-janky on the left and a little bit of a bend on the right. Remember I said about the roads as they go up towards the highways, just to go a little bit out of control. Let me, I'm just going to move it up a little bit just to show you. Where are we? What am I doing? That one there. Oh, come on. Hang on. Selector. That's the one. Push it up. Push it up a little bit. So I moved it just a widgy bit. Just a wiggly bit. And if we come down, it's a little better. You can still see it bend off to the left a bit, even though we moved it up a little bit. But anyway, there we go. Enough of that. This intersection is truly majestic. Right, it feeds the start square on both sides of the road, which you can see. But it's not a huge build plane, is it? It's going to be more of a ruralish build or a small town build. That's a hell of a lot of lanes. For, hang on, beach? We have no beach. And we have a paddling tree. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of lanes to feed. Well, not an awful large amount of space. Let's have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lanes. But that's not it, because there's quite a lot of space between the lanes actually as well. And then of course you've got the hard shoulders as well. Let me just export this for you. This is 35 lanes. There you go. 35 lanes wide, that entire intersection. Okay, you're going to say it's only 5 lots of 6 lanes there, but there are about a lane gap between each one of those roads. So yeah, 35 lanes wide. Good grief. Okay, 34 lanes wide. I know, so just leave me alone, all right? There's always going to be one that counts them properly. I know. 34 lanes. Anyway, still a lot of lanes there. And then we'll head around the outside of the peninsula, past this little peninsula on the peninsula. How about that? And then down here, oh, we've got a little tail end here. It just hangs off the side there, and lots of drowned trees along the coast here. Lots of drowned trees down the coast here. And then as we head off up the side of the map, more field painting, prop line tools. It's all there. It's all very basic and vanilla-ish. But do you know what? Quite play. Oh, and the road's so good quality. The rail. We'll have a look at the rail in a moment, because the rail, well, the rail follows the roads, doesn't it? Normally on these shows. Anyway, we're back to where we started. We've done the full lap of the island there. Now the rail. We've got one that goes up one side, one that comes down to the. Shall we go up the long way? We'll go the long way. Yay! We won't go quite so slow though. Shall we speed it up a bit? There's no tree clipping that I can tell. On this, we've got more drowned trees along the coast there. Darn it! Gonna have to change my rating. Darn it! And around here, and then around here, and we're going all the way around the outside, and it stops there, just short of the start square. Might actually put its nose in the start square. Didn't really check. I think it's just short actually. And there is a little bit more rail. There it is. There's the rail. Actually, opposite side of the island. That one pops in there. So we have some rail on the other side if you want to start over this way as well. And this goes off back towards the fog. Oh, credit where it's due. Lovely rail bridge. Very lovely, sweeping, level and glorious. Right, okay, all aboard the fantasy train to today's Assetville, of course, for the asset review. What have we got for you today? Well, it's this little beauty. Oh, yes. Yes, it's Intercontinental Warsaw by Wojtek FTW, Wojtek FTW, Wojtek FTW. I've got to say my Polish isn't great. I don't know how the Polish do their J's. But, yes, or Wojtek FTW. I'm going Wojtek. What the heck? It's the Intercontinental building. I'm guessing it's in Warsaw, which would make a lot of sense considering the name. Love the back of this building as well. That does feel like real working. But got Blunder on the side. Yes, that keeps cropping up. That little, I like it. Like that little sign there. We come up the side of the building. It's got a little cutout at the bottom there. And as we climb to the top of the tower, if you want to crick your neck up there, you can read Intercontinental on the top as well. We get to the top. The top of the building looks fine, mighty fine, clean and new and shiny and scrubbed. And then we can cruise right back down to ground level. So there we are, Intercontinental Warsaw, making up my own names here, by Wojtek. I'm sorry, Wojtek, FTW. That's today's asset of the day. as we head across to Themington Island for this week's theme and LUT combo, which is Boulder City, Nevada NV by Douglas with the Relight Vintage LUT. It's one of my favourite theme and LUT combos for a long time, I've got to say. Really do like it. Was tempted to use this for my own map build, but I tried using it and it just doesn't really work. So not for me, not for my map, but maybe for yours. Right, okay, factoids because factoids. The Queen and Prince Philip are third cousins through their descent from Queen Victoria. There we are. The Redgrave family, very famous a thespian family from the United Kingdom, have been in the acting business for 4 generations. And one more, a little bit of social care here. The family allowance in the United Kingdom, I think it's been phased out now, was first introduced in 1945. There we are. Right, okay, let's go back to have a look at Peninsula by DV Acid and the shipping routes. And we've got the shipping route goes through this little headland there, and around the outside there, and through and around, and just basically it goes around the peninsula. Doesn't go all the way around though, which means you're not going to get any shipping routes finding its way around. All just dead ends there. All very nice indeed. What about the water flow though? We're going to it goes into that little bay there, that little cove. Not more of a cove than the bay. Now, water flow. There's a lot of water flow. Have you ever seen such strong water flow in a, well, it's basically the sea. I mean, yeah, in a strong river, but this is absolutely majestic. Okay. Okay, that's just crazy. And the water going through that gap there is, yeah, I've never seen, there's almost more white than blue. That's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Let's have a look at the water sources, shall we? I think oh my life. You do know that the water actually pushes in and off of the map on its own without any help from you, don't you? Well, I'm telling you now, it does. It's good to give a little help here and there when it's needed, but I think that's possibly overkill. Possibly. Now, you see this shipping route goes through here. This water is going to be somewhat dangerous. Somewhat. Good grief. Choppy as you know what that is. We could probably do with some warning signals. What sort of like warning lights? Oh, an essential lighthouse, one on either side, just warning you. Oh, now we don't appear to have any beaches. It's straight to grass to the, and that does happen in places. Okay, but we have some beaches here. But like we've got here, we've got sand going right the way up. It's quite a steep little beach, that. Let's see how many. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 14, 15, 16, about 16 meters up the beach. That's in terrain height. That's a lot, and yet there's nothing in between. So we've got sand there, and then there's no sand, and then there's sand. I'm not sure sand works that way. And then round here we've got a nice little bay, and once again nice beaches. Still a little bit steep, but nothing wrong with that, I guess. And we've got, obviously, surface painter has been, resource paint has been used to paint the fields, which is fine. But then if you want to play proper vanilla rules, you've got to have basically oil fields here, and then you've got ore behind it on either side, and then we've got fertile land here. So you can't really use it just for farming. Okay, so we've had a look at all the flat land. Let's have a look at the hills in the middle. Now, you could grumble that these aren't smoothed out, but I kind of like them with these little cliff edges going all the way up to the top. Of course, the theme is giving it a really lovely cliff edge. And if you haven't subscribed to this particular theme, vanilla-wise, you're not going to get it, and it might look ugly. Okay, forewarned is forearmed. Do like the detailing on the cliffs though, with these trees. The trees are very nicely done on the cliff work, so well done DV Acid for that. Quite like that indeed. Right, is there anything we haven't had a look at? How about this island over here? It might be a peninsula. It's off the edge of the map, you can't tell. A little bit inaccessible. Very inaccessible clumps of rocks here. Be quite nice to have had an essential lighthouse. around that area. Thank you very much. Would have been very nice indeed. This is an island, and it's fine. And we've got another clump of rocks there with a little bit of water glitching in the middle. Very difficult to do anything about that one. Have you voted on this map yet? 1 star, 5 stars, somewhere in between. Your vote really does count towards the end of the month Viewers' Choice Awards. Okay, let's mark this thing up. Aesthetically, I'm tempted to give it 4 stars, but of course the theme, well, it's not listed in the description, and if this is played as vanilla it just won't be, so I'm going to give it 3 for aesthetics. Detailing is quite nice in some places, but although I haven't focused on them, there's a lot of drowned trees along the coastlines, meaning there's no way I can give it 4 stars. It's a solid 3. It's not bad. It's a solid 3, and I do like the cliff work, of course. Gameplay potential, I think it's pretty good. Okay, only 1 highway entrance, but it's a peninsula. What can you do? As a vanilla map, I think it's good. There's a hell of a lot of water flow. Can't grumble about that, can we? I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it 4 stars for gameplay potential. I think there's a few things you'd want to fix and take your time away from actually playing, but hey, it's good. Peninsula by DV Acid. That's a pretty damned good vanilla map, I reckon. Yeah? Anybody, did you agree? Do you disagree? Stick it in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. Thanks anyway for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. You can join me over on Patreon for just $1 a month. Get your name into these credits with all these other guys. It'd be good to have your name up there, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it make your day, huh? And then, of course, you can watch an old What's map there on the left, and that's now got a vote on it, or you can catch up with another one on the right there from this week if you missed it. Right, thanks for watching and all that. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. You've been very, very welcome.